The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Thitima Phansri. Chapter 23. Track the Money. Tom had a fearful dream that night. As he lay next morning recalling the detail, he noted that they seemed curiously far away and unreal. Then it occurred to him that the great adventure itself must be a dream. This uncertainty must be swept away. He would have a hurried breakfast and find Huck. Huck was sitting on the edge of a boat and looking very miserable. "Hello, Huck." "Hello, Tom." Silent for a minute. "Tom, if we left the tools at the dead tree, we have got the money." "Oh, aren't we unlucky?" "It's not a dream then." "Dream? I've had a horrible dream all night, with that Spanish devil crashing us all through them." "Curse him." "Don't curse him. Find him. Track the money." "Tom, we'll never find him, and I'll be frightened to death if I did see him." "Well, so would I, but I like to see him and track him to this number 2. Number 2? Yes, that's it. I've been thinking about that, but it's mystery to me. What do you think it is?" "I don't know. It is too difficult. I say, Huck, perhaps it is the number of a house." "No, Tom, that isn't it. If it is not in this one house town. There aren't any number here." "Well, that's so. Let me think a minute. I know. It is a number of a room in an inn, I'm sure." "You've got it. There are only 2 inns. We can find out quickly." "Wait here, Huck, till I come back." Tom was off at once. He did not care to have Huck's company in public places. He was away half an hour. He found out that the better inn number 2 had long been occupied by a young lawyer, and was still occupied. In the other inn number 2 was a mystery. The innkeeper's young son said that it was kept locked all the time, and that he never saw anybody go into it or come out of it except at night. He has noticed that there was a light in the room the night before, and explained the mystery by suggesting that it was haunted. "That's what I found out, Huck. I think that's the very number 2 we're after." "I think it is. Tom, now what are you going to do?" "Let me think." Tom thought for a long time. Then he said, "I'll tell you. The back door of the number 2 is in the little lane behind the inn. Now you get all the door key that you can find, and I'll take Auntie's. And the first dark night we'll go there and try them. And remember to keep a lookout for Redskin Joe, because he says he was going to spy round once more for a chance to get his revenge. If you see him, just follow him. If he doesn't go to that number 2, that isn't the place." "Good heaven, I don't want to follow him by myself." "Why?" "It'll be night. He might never see you, and if he did, perhaps he never suspects anything." Well, if it's really dark, I'll follow him. Well, I don't know. Alright, I'll try. Believe me, I'll follow him if it's dark, Huck. Why, he might be going straight to that money. That's so, Tom. That's so. I'll follow him. I will. I swear I will. Now, that's the way to talk. Don't you ever weaken, Huck? And I won't. So that night Tom and Huck waiting about the neighborhood of the inn until after 9, one watching the lane at a distance and the other the inn door. Nobody entered the lane or left it. Nobody at all either. Spaniard entered or left the inn door. So Tom went home, having agreed that if the night was very dark, Huck was to come and meow. Then Tom would slip out and try the key, but the night was clear and Huck ended his watch and retired to bed in an empty barrel about midnight. On Tuesday, the boy has the same bad luck, and on Wednesday also. However, Thursday night seemed more promising. Tom slipped out with his aunt's old tin lamp and a large towel to cover it with. He hid the lamp in Huck's barrel, and the watch began. An hour before midnight the inn closed and its lights were put out. No Spaniard had been seen. Nobody had entered or left the lane. Everything was favorable. All was in darkness, and the perfect stillness was interrupted only by occasional muttering of distant thunder. Tom got his lamp, lit it in the barrel, and wrapped it closely in the towel. And the two adventurers crept in the gloom toward the inn. Huck stood on guard, and Tom felt his way into the lane. Huck was full of anxiety as he waited. Suddenly there was a flash of light and Tom came flying past him. "Run for your life!" he gasped. "Run for your life!" He need not have repeated. One was enough. Huck was traveling 30 or 40 miles an hour before the repetition was out of Tom's mouth. The boys did not stop till they reached a deserted street at the lower end of the village. Just as they got inside, the rain poured down. As soon as Tom got his breath, he said, "Huck, it was awful. I tried to off the key just as softly as I could, but they won't turn in the lock well." Without noticing what I was doing, I took hold of the door handle, and the door came open. It was locked. I crept in and took off the towel, and then... Go on, what happened, Tom? Huck, I almost stepped on Redskin Joe's hand. No, yes. He was laying there, fast asleep on the floor, with his arms spread out. Good heaven! What did you do? Did he wake up? No, he never moved. Drunk, I think. I just snatched up that towel and ran. I never have thought of the towel. Well, I would. My aunt would skin me alive if I lost it. I say, Tom, did you see that box? Huck, I didn't wait to look round.